Вечір в хату, everybody! It's PanRoman, and today we're gonna learn some new Cinema 4D quick tips. So let's just not waste time and jump into Cinema 4D immediately. Here I have a fancy robot that I found on Sketchfab, and for example I need to add some details on this part. I can manually move it on use the placement tool, but it takes a lot of time, especially if you intend to add a lot of new elements. You can create all new primitives right on this place instead. Select the polygons you need, then go to Workplane Options, and choose Align Workplane to Selection. Now the selected area is the 0 coordinates, and all new objects you will add in the scene will appear on this point. When you're done working on this area, go to Workplane Settings and choose Align Workplane to Y. It will reset world coordinates to default. Next is creating holes or extruding the cylinders. We'll do it on sphere because it's a tricky model. First and the fastest one is Fit Circle. Insert the polygons and click Fit Circle. Choose the size, extrude it in or out, and don't forget about support edges. Looking good, but on close-ups, on a complex geometry you'll have some shading artifacts. Second option is to use the spline to cut the shape we want. Choose hexagon and move it out from the geometry a bit. Select the polygons and spline, move the camera on right angle, choose the knife tool, move the cursor on the spline the way you can see the red dots, and then click on it. Perhaps you need to fix the geometry a bit after. Don't forget to get rid of n-gons and do the same extrusion as previous. If we'll compare these two models, you'll see that on second, shading is perfect. Let's jump to the third one. Here we need to create the cylinder and choose right amount of edges, place it right on the area you want to subtract or extrude, then choose bool, put sphere and cylinder into it, and choose the right type of the operation. For me is union here, and don't forget to turn on create single object. Same as previously, you may need to fix some geometry, and don't forget to get rid of n-gons. Create support loops, and now we can compare all three. Create circle is the fastest one, but it may make shading artifacts on a complex shapes. Boolean is always handy and versatile, but it takes time. Spline works perfectly, but it needs a good positioning. Let's get back to the robot, and for example, I love this model, but I need the separate elements of it. The issue is that all of them are the single model. To fix that, let's create the fracture and put this model into the fracture. On object properties, you need to select explode segments, then simply choose the fracture and press C. Now all the objects that are not connected with each other are separate, and you can move them separately as you want. Next, let's go to the missing textures problem. If you load the model and it's black, probably you miss the textures. To fix it fast, let's go to the window, Project Assets Inspector. Here red crosses represents missing textures. Go to Edit, select Missing Assets, then simply click on the Relink button. Choose the folder with the textures, and it will be relinked automatically. Final for today will be the pattern selection, so let's create the plane and change the segments. For example, I want to make pattern and then make holes, and I can do it manually, but it will take a lot of time if I want to cover all the plane. Instead, let's leave the selection we like and go to Select Pattern Selection. Then click on the arrow to select the direction. Then choose how many repetitions you want to, and what will be the gap between them. Then simply click Apply. With this selected, you can change the direction and apply it again to make even more complex patterns. The common question is how to make a chessboard pattern here. So you can select only 2 quads and then play with the margin and repeat count. Apply it on one direction and then choose other direction and apply it again. That's how you get this pattern into clicks. So hope you like it, enjoy it, learn something new. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and ring the bell to not miss even more cool tutorials that are coming. Write your comments below. Check my ArtStation market when you can find a lot of cool stuff, like realistic rain shader pack, modular corn, and many more. Also, I have a Patreon when you can find all my tutorials and tutorial project files and much more, so be my Patreon, you can find the link below. And don't forget that half of your donations will be transferred to support Ukraine, that is very important now. So stand with Ukraine, вірте в ЗСУ, та все буде Україна.